So you might have just filled up your hot tub and you'll notice that after you turn the breaker on, that there's no activity. There's no water coming through the jets and nothing seems to be working. And that might be because you might have an airlock in your hot tub. And so we need to help prime the system. And so we're gonna show you a couple of ways to help you do this. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna have a peek over here at our filter area again. And the first thing you'll notice is there's a little black vent. And what you're gonna do is just open up that vent and you'll hear the air hiss out, and you're gonna keep it open until you start to see water come out of that little air vent valve area, and then you can close it back up. And hopefully that will help alleviate your airlock for you. All right, so maybe the air vent valve didn't alleviate the airlock. So the first thing I want you to do is put the hot tub in standby mode first. And that just allows us to do this sort of safely without the tub repressurizing. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually plunge the filter area to help kind of burp all that extra air that might be in the hot tub out. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna locate the filter canister once again. We're gonna spin off the black ring. We're gonna pull the Brominator up and out of the filter. And what we're gonna do, and this seems a little bit strange, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull the filter out and plunge it back in. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna do this about 15 times. And as you do this, you should see air bubbles coming out from the inside of the tub. And that's sort of your signal that, hey, air is burping out of the hot tub. And so once you've done that, you're gonna put everything back together. And then you're safe to take the tub out of standby mode, and hopefully everything will pop up. So if bleeding the air vent valve or plunging the filter didn't work, there's another thing that we can do. And so what I want you to do is put the tub on standby mode and locate the large diverter valve, which is this one right here. And you're just gonna pop the cap off, okay? And you're going to unscrew the housing off, just like that. And you're gonna let this sit for about 30 seconds, see if any air hisses out, and sometimes it will. And then once you're finished, you're just going to place the housing just back on there, just like that. Pop the cap back on, and then you can go ahead and take the tub out of standby mode, and hopefully that'll get things going. Okay, so if those first three troubleshooting techniques didn't do the trick for you, there's another option for you. It's a little bit more technical, but that's why I'm here to show you. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take the whole front panel of the hot tub off. On each side of the panel, there's a piece of trim with 3 screws in it. You're gonna use a screwdriver or a drill, and you're gonna take those pieces of trim out and then pop the door off to expose the entire front side of the hot tub, just as I have it here. And then what we wanna do is we wanna open up this pump union just ever so slightly so that air will hopefully hiss out of the system and alleviate that airlock. So you're gonna need a pair of channel locks like this to open up the union. And just ever so slightly, okay, you're just gonna open up the pump union and hopefully air will start hissing out. Now, you don't wanna take it all the way off because then you'll have an explosion of water on your hands. So just ever so gently do you want to open up that pump union, and once you're completed, you're going to go ahead and tighten it back up. And then once you're done, then you can go ahead and take the tub out of standby mode, and hopefully that'll get things going for you. Okay, so if we're still struggling a little bit here with the airlock, one thing we're going to do, and I'm going to show you, is how to burp air out of the drain line. So with the cabinet off, you're going to locate your drain valve, which is usually right here in the front of the hot tub, and we're going to grab it, and it has an unmistakable red handle on it. We're going to unscrew the cap, and what you're going to do is just open up the valve, and what you're going to want to see is air kind of burp out of this area, and it might do that until you get a constant stream of water. So when you get the constant stream of water, then you can close the valve back up, put the cap back on, and then very simply take the tub out of standby mode, and hopefully that will alleviate your airlock. Okay, so the final thing when it comes to priming your hot tub system, and this applies specifically if you got a winter delivery as well, is that your gate valves might be closed. And so what a gate valve is it's sort of a T valve located on the inside of the tub. And it looks just like this right here. And so if you find that your gate valve is closed, depending on the size of the tub, you'll have between 4 to 6 gate valves. So check to make sure that all these valves are physically opened and then put the stopper in there as well so that it doesn't fall down again. And just go inside, make sure that you open up the hot tub and make sure that all the gate valves are open. And then once that's completed, you can go ahead and take the tub out of standby mode, and hopefully that'll get things going.